size of that duck. That duck's massive. Oh my God, look at the size of this horse. It's a duck-sized horse.
Hello and welcome to Duck-Sized Horses, the comedy podcast that answers all of the would you rather questions we hope you've always wanted answered. I'm Jack Glover.
I'm Nathan Herat.
Welcome to episode 44. We've changed locations.
We have.
For all of you keen listeners out there, you may notice that DSH HQ 2
Yes.
sounds different from DSH HQ number 1.
It does.
Numero uno.
It does.
So yeah, we've made a little trip up to.
Well, you haven't because you live here, but
I've walked downstairs
You've
today.
walked about 5 paces.
Exactly. So yeah, we're up in Cheltenham today. We've had a bit of a change of scenery.
Yes.
And we're here for episode 44. We're going to do a double.
We are.
Double header. So this
are.
one and 45 are back to back. As a nice little behind the scenes peek there for you.
Yes, it's exciting.
If you care, that is. If you don't, then nuts to you, basically.
Exactly. And there's an element of peril to this one because Luna's wandering around your cat, isn't
Yeah, she is. She's not really very talkative.
No, she might feature at some point.
See what she has to say. Shall we?
Cheers, Luna.
No,
very
nothing, yeah.
insightful.
No, she likes just bouncing around. Last time we were here,
Yes.
we recorded out in the garden.
We did. We cooked, I think, last time, didn't we?
did.
We did mock duck.
We did indeed. And there was less of a bothersome cat to
Feline peril last time.
to crawl all over the keyboard and the mouse and everything as we're recording.
We
and
may
move that
disappear
out of
at
the
some
way.
point.
This is all making excellent podcast material
Yeah.
as I just shuffle my life around my cat. So yeah, welcome to episode 44. So admin first, and then we'll dive into the questions, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an awful lot of admin to do. I mean, we'd hand over, wouldn't we, for the score, so I suppose we should do that
Yes.
now.
Hey up, it's me, the head from Art Attack. Just kidding, it's actually me, Jack. I'm this week's mystery guest. I forgot to ask anybody to be the mystery guest, so it's me. Surprise. Scores are 20 points to moi and 25 points to Nathan.
There they were.
Our mystery guest.
Thank you to our mystery guest.
We and another little sneaky peek behind the scenes.
Go on.
At this point in time, at the moment of recording this episode, the previous episode 43, which I'm sure you've all listened to, and this is normally where we'd say thank you very much for the feedback we've had from it. But I've been very, very lazy. And I haven't edited
Well,
it.
no, I'll challenge you on that, sir, because you haven't been lazy entirely. You've had COVID. And such. You've had COVID and not been very well, so I think it's only fair that people wait.
Well, this is maybe a preemptive thanks in advance.
Yeah,
So
thank you in advance.
Yeah, thank you for listening to that episode, and thank you for the lovely feedback that you are certainly going to have given at this stage.
And we have had some lovely feedback, and I suppose the fact that there's been a little bit of a delay has allowed people to go back and listen to other episodes.
Exactly.
Which is
I can't believe it was that successful that we managed to get our own private train sorted, and dinner was made for us by Michelin star chefs. We've each got brand new trainers and socks. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much. So episode 43 was the
peak, wasn't it? It was the pinnacle of what we've done. Last bit of admin. Sorry to jump in, Jack. A while ago, we were talking about how you can look and we can see where we're being listened to. And there was one point where we saw a rise in the percentage of listeners in South Africa. and we both said we weren't sure why that was. I can now, with some delight, solve that mystery was actually, it was my cousin.
Ah, wonderful.
There you go. Thank you, George, for listening in South Africa. God knows why you did. You should have been enjoying the sights, but thank you.
No, that's all good. Yeah, we multi-countryed people.
Yeah, that is the last bit of admin from me.
International is what I wanted to say there. Multi-country.
It's going to be a long, long recording.
It is. Anyway, right.
That's all the admin. I'm ready.
Without further ado, we will jump into question 44. So, Nathan.
Yes, mate.
Would you rather have an amazing party trick that you can only perform correctly 10% of the time, or only eat party food?
I mean, it's a good question, but so I went for only eat party food.
Oh,
you look surprised by this, sir.
I am. I'm very, very, very intrigued. Why only party food?
Well, it was more a case of why not party trick.
Very, very, very true. Okay, all
so
right.
basically to start, I don't have a party trick, so that would be.
But you could pick one.
Yeah, but I didn't see the attraction of it.
And it would only work 10% of the time.
Exactly. And also, despite being, I was going to say a recovering comedian, that's the wrong phrase. Despite being a former comedian, I don't really like being the centre of attention, and it's hard to do an understated party trick.
I don't know.
You must have. I bet you've got a swarm of party tricks, Higgins.
Oh no, just a series of embarrassments to roll out in front of people. Okay, well, I'll come back to the party trick side of things, but I'm more intrigued about why party food. So,
yeah,
let's paint a picture. You are, and just for clarity, this is you only eat party food.
Right.
You've made your choice. That's all you ever have.
Yeah.
So dinner tonight is going to be
party food.
Right. Breakfast tomorrow is going to be party food. Lunch tomorrow. You get it.
I'm getting the idea.
So you're at the line for the buffet. The DJ's just come over on the microphone. And he's just said something along the lines of, "Ladies and gentlemen, the buffet is now open."
Yeah.
That's the buffet is now open.
Yeah.
And in between, while you're queuing up, he's back on the microphone saying, "Could the owner of the Red Corsa, please, no drinks on the dance floor. Sorry, thank you." So yeah, anyway, you're in the.
That was a lovely monologue. I enjoyed that. You painted a really nice picture.
I almost felt like I was having an out-of-body experience then.
Yeah, you frequented a party, I can tell.
I've been to definitely one.
Yeah, in the early 2000s.
Right, so you're in the line at the buffet.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
Oh.
Is there anything you're skipping past, first of all? Because normally they sort of...
It's strategically placed, isn't it? Yeah.
So you start off with your sandwiches and...
Yeah, and your dips
and
breadsticks and
some wraps if they're a fancy party.
Oh, blimey!
Yeah, so
we've led very different lives.
So we the one party was good.
Yeah, you made the most of it.
Yeah. So, is anything going on your plate at this stage? I'm going to call this the. Is it like I was going to say carb heavy, but it's all very carb heavy.
Very carb heavy, yeah.
The main bit, the main plate filler bit.
Yeah.
What are we going for here? Any?
I mean, I've got to say, if there's a sausage roll or pork pie on offer, they've got to go on quite early on.
Only a quarter of a pork pie.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. And just the pastry bit of a sausage roll, it seems, doesn't it?
All right.
So that's going on. Then it would be wrong not to have a quiche, as I often say.
Yeah.
So,
and again,
quiche has got to go on there.
Yes, a little slice of quiche. Slice of quiche.
Yeah, so a single, very thin slice of quiche. You've got to have a bit of weepy pizza, haven't you? You've got to have a slice of really sad cheese and tomato pizza.
Okay.
So that goes on. I avoid, even though I like sort of your potato salads and pasta salad type thing, I would avoid it because of the mess. Eating it with a plastic fork is difficult. But if I can bring my own cutlery, then fair game, I say.
There's nothing in the question about cutlery, so presumably you'd still be able to use all your plates and stuff at home,
I
and
would hope so. Yeah.
just no paper plates.
Just no paper plates. No. Would I have to have a party hat on all the time? And like, is it the other sort of things that come with like party bags and?
I say you're not perpetually at a party.
Good.
You just
Good.
always.
Yeah.
You have to eat party food.
I'm okay with that. It was if I had to, bring the other elements of a party to the everyday situation, I was less keen.
So you're avoiding sandwiches.
Well, I suppose if I'm eating it all the time, is there scope to change what I have each
You might
time?
mix and match. Nah.
Also, is it in buffet form? Like, am I serving myself every time, or is it a pre-served plate of party food?
It is whatever you want on the plate, but it has to be made of components.
Okay, yeah. So I'm okay with that. I can mix it up then
buffet.
for each meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some nights you'd have a sandwich, some nights you wouldn't.
I think so.
See, now I'm going to make a bold statement here. And this is
I hate when you say that.
this is one for anybody planning a party going forward. Specifically, maybe if I'm there.
Yeah.
This may be something that swings in right, but
there's a twinkle in your eye.
don't bother putting out the sandwiches. Nobody enjoys
You're not a
it.
sandwich fan at a party.
I love sandwiches. I really love
but not
sandwiches.
A party.
No, it's just something about like the sort of like a grated cheese and pickle sandwich. And I love a cheese and pickle sandwich.
Yes.
But the ones you get at like parties
are not good.
No, it's always that kind of like pre-grated cheddar, and it just doesn't quite taste the same.
No,
and
there's
like
a powderiness to it, and the
bread's all kind of like soggy.
Yeah.
And all the other sandwiches just look gross.
True.
So that's my rationale. So if you're putting on a spread,
no sandwiches for Jack.
Leave out the sandwiches.
Fair enough.
More weepy pizza.
You like a weepy pizza?
I do indeed.
I don't know why it's so weepy. I've never really. Is it just because it's sat out?
I think so. It's just you cook it and then you let it cool down.
And it just it goes weepy.
You let it cool on like a plate, so it just gets all a bit sort of like moist underneath.
What always staggers me is I find it really satisfying, and I'm all over it at a party. But if I was served that in a restaurant, you'd be like, no, take this back. Yeah.
Maybe that's a good venture for you picking party food. A restaurant that purely serves party food.
Yes, maybe I could turn it into a business.
Yeah.
But then it would be, it'd be like Frankie and Benny's, wouldn't it, where the lights go off all the time and you have to sing happy birthday and stuff. And I don't really like that.
Okay. So, you're having quiche, pork pie, sausage roll, weepy pizza.
Weepy pizza, yeah. Obviously some salad. You've got to be healthy.
Yeah.
Body's a temple and all, so.
There it is, yeah. You do have a often untouched salad bowl, I must say, at a party.
See.
Okay, so that's your main bit of a plate. Now we move on to the next bit, which is I'd say your nibbles.
Your nibbles, okay.
What's going on in the nibbles section?
What are we classing as nibbles now, sir?
Like
savoury or sweet or
crisp, ambiguous.
Right. Ambiguous
crisps.
nibbles.
Ambiguous crisps, because there's a bowl of crisps, and you're not quite sure what flavour there is. So you always got to do the cursory
tester,
quick crisp in the buffet line and go.
Some fantastic flavour
combinations. That's cheese and onion, and we're leaving that.
I like cheese and onion.
Or like you think it's going to be a flavoured crisp, and it's just like
just a plain
crisp, not even any salt or anything.
It's not salt and shake. It's just a potato. So crisps would be
crisps
separated off.
Cheese, savouries.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Nice. Is a cocktail sausage a ambiguous nibble?
Yeah, you're going to chuck one of those on your plate?
You've got to, haven't you? You've got to if it's party.
Cheese and pineapple, you're going to have one of those on?
When do ice gems come into play? Is that on the sweets table?
Yeah, that's the second course.
Okay.
So you are you piling up your plate though? Are you sort of stacking and
no? I think I would be dignified. I'm not very I struggle honestly with choice. Famously, and especially if it's like laid out in in a platter arrangement, I really panic. So there was a time we went on a church weekend away, and they had like an equivalent of well, it was like Subway, but not Subway. You could make your own, and they had like loads of piles of ham and cheese and like I was gonna say famous prawns. That's not a thing. You know what I mean? Like prawn cocktail, like really fancy, really fancy stuff. And
it's like calling prawn cocktail famous famous prawns now.
And like my anxiety kicked in, and I ended up with literally just a chicken sandwich, no other filling, no butter, no. I panicked. I don't do choice very well, so I don't think I would.
So
high on my plate.
We're going small plate then. So just one of each.
I'd start very, very slowly.
Nice.
With like a side plate and one cocktail sausage on.
You going back up for seconds after, like little bits doing the...
I guess, am I allowed to share it with people?
Yeah.
Okay, and because, a bit more, if other people are going as well, because I don't like to be that person at buffet that's up and down all the time.
Okay.
And it'd be more noticeable if it was just me eating it. So I think if I could share it with people, like have it set up in the staff room at work, go on.
Yeah, that could work, yeah. Nice,
I mean, I have my lunch after everyone else, but still.
That's a good choice.
I'd still share it. I think it'd make it more of a party.
All right.
Quite literally.
So you're doing that. I can't remember what else comes after the nibble section.
Is that not the ice gems and party rings and?
Yeah, I think maybe then you get onto the
biscuits
sweets
and biscuits and sweet stuff. Yeah,
that's what we're going for then. Ice gems.
Ice gems,
presumably.
Yeah. You have to have party rings because the name literally.
Yeah, there's no point.
If you're not going to eat party rings at party, when are you going to eat them?
We hosted a first aid like training day for like it's like called baby first aid, and we had like some other parents round, and I was in charge of going out and buying snacks.
Right.
And I went and bought a selection of biscuits.
Nice.
And party rings. You can get like little like individual bags of party rings.
Mini ones.
The mini ones, they're great. So I went and got that, and then got told off because apparently, yeah.
Oh, is it a choking?
No, no, none of that. It was apparently I should have gone for something more grown up and sophisticated, and not like I was planning a child's.
Like those Cadbury animals.
Yeah. I'd misread the room, and I'd gone for a party vibe rather than the grown up serious medical.
What is more grown up than a party ring?
Yeah, exactly.
Surely.
Yeah. It's when you recognise that.
Yeah.
That's the point in which you grow up.
Yeah, when you're having party rings.
Yeah, you recognise that that's needed for a party rather than it just being the. Not to get too deep or existential about everything, but that's when you know.
That's when the party.
That's when you become sentient.
That is when you start needing chocolate biscuits to come with a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you move on to penguins.
Very good. So, ice gems, party rings.
Yeah.
Anything else on the sweet?
I haven't got a massive sweet tooth, to be honest. So probably just those 2, 3.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, that'd be the sweet tape.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So,
drinks.
Yeah. What are you going for there?
Well, I don't drink, so it wouldn't be alcohol. Panda Pop.
Panda Pop. That's a good choice. Yeah. I think that's still a thing.
Yeah.
Or like a little thing.
I'd go Panda Pop.
Yeah, Panda Pop's a thing, or like
Panda Pop, or
a Capri Sun.
Yeah.
You got
Yazoo, maybe.
You got a whole good choice there. Now, this is all lovely chatting about party food, but we're skipping past the entertainment. This is something that you've avoided, so you're not going for party trick at all.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't know. It feels like a lot of pressure to do a party trick, and also, I worry you would become that guy that can do that thing.
But only 10% of the time, so someone would see.
But then you're setting yourself up to fail, aren't you? If it goes wrong, you look even more stupid than.
Is there something that you would have seen someone do as a party trick, and you're like, I'd love to be able to do that?
I quite like. I don't know if it is classed as party tricks, but I quite like an illusion.
Or like a magic trick.
Yeah, but it's not really a party trick, is it?
I'd say so.
It's just a trick at a party.
Yeah, it's like.
Same.
It's
not the same thing.
Yeah, it is a similar thing, I guess.
Yeah.
What sort of illusion would you go for?
I like one of those when they like find your card hidden in a pineapple or that kind of that kind of
like a proper magic trick.
One of those tricks where it looks like it's gone wrong,
Yeah.
and then I suppose if you've got that 10% success rate, there's a high chance it will go wrong, look like it's gone wrong, and then go wrong. So it won't have the same impact.
So you could go for something really, really amazing.
Yeah, that just
Okay, all right.
That would that's my thinking really.
All right. So great buffet.
Yeah.
No entertainment.
No entertainment. No.
That's
very much like parties I've had myself. I don't frequent parties. But yeah, I think that's me done, sir. Which way did you go?
I've picked the other way. I've gone for party trick 10% of the time. And
here we go.
I think the key to this is picking something simple.
Nice.
And not overselling it. So although it would be amazing to do a really cool like illusion, like finding a card in a pineapple or magicking an extra foot.
Yeah. It's a bit of a spectrum.
Is you do like a very, very, very simple trick.
Okay.
I'm gonna perform one.
Oh, I'm excited.
Right. Everybody, this is gonna make incredible content, so you just have to go on Nathan's reaction here. You see what I'm doing there with my thumb?
I'll see what you're doing with your thumb. Oh, goodness.
There we go.
That was special.
So for those of you at home who were wondering what on earth was going on there, I separated my
Jack took his thumb off. Yeah,
I did.
Can you now perform that trick on the 90% times when it goes wrong, just to see what that looks like?
I don't know how it would go wrong though. That's something I need to figure out.
Yeah, but maybe you'd pull your thumb and another finger would come off.
That could be true. I could do that.
Please don't.
No. But if you sort of undersell it and keep it very,
so you've
very,
gone very low level,
just like that.
That's clever.
Then if it did go wrong, you go, sorry, you
could style it out.
Yeah,
that's genius.
And you could laugh it away. It's the same with like I can't juggle.
No. I
think it'd be cool to be able to juggle.
Yeah.
But every time I've tried to do it, it just doesn't work. And if someone asks me if I can say to people, "Oh, juggling's my party trick," and then I'll just do what I do now and just lob some balls around and not catch them or bean bags or I'll save the like flaming swords for the 10% of the time.
That's very generous of you. Yeah.
But then I can go, oh no, sorry, it's just not. I'm all fingers and thumbs today. It's just not happening. So that's what I think is. So the key is underselling yourself.
So go low.
Go nice and low, and don't sort of draw too much attention to it. Am I allowed to pick the 10% of the time?
I was going to ask you that. Well, not really that at all, but I was going to say, will you get a warning of when the percentage, which way the percentage, like, will you before? Or
is it just potluck?
Will there be a heads up and they'll be like, actually, don't do your party trick because you're going to look a massive idiot? Or
I'd say I'm erring on the side of I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't
so
know.
I'm just gonna have
so you're
to
just
go
gonna plow into it. And,
clumsily and foolishly, like people with party tricks often do.
Okay. So you're just
so start slow. And go into that. I think I would pick juggling.
You'd go for juggling, would you? Okay.
Yeah, because it's an easy one to cop out of. Yeah. If it does go horribly awry.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any magic where like I'm accidentally sawing my thumb off for real.
That was just for my benefit. That.
Or injuring anybody with any like being able to throw anything. So I think if I keep it little, like juggling, I think it'd be fine. Now, second reason being is I do love party food and I do love the beige buffet. But aside from party rings, it does get a bit boring.
Yeah, I suppose. What are your go-to? You say the beige buffet. What are your, if the table's laid out? Talk me through the journey from top to bottom. What are we doing? What are you doing? I should say.
So I'll load up on like crisps, and things rather than crisps, pizza, and party rings are the go-to.
All on the same plate.
all on the same plate.
Wow.
But then I quite like it, and this is quite a rare thing where there's something fancy
Yeah.
on a buffet.
Yes.
Something you don't normally see. And you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
this is all right.
Mini Wellington or something like that.
Yeah, or like a like like a breaded thing with like a dip to go along with it.
Oh, you're selling this, eh?
So like a deep fried like a cheese stick with like a
Yeah, with a dip.
yeah. A bit-
Normally herb based.
yeah, I can go for something like that or a or hummus and like
Ooh,
pitters.
yeah.
You don't, it's more common now, but
No, hummus used to be really fancy when
you
we
don't
were
normally
younger.
see it on the beige buffet.
No.
Or yeah, like nothing sort of like super extravagant.
Yeah, you're not having quail and stuff, are you?
But that being said, it even so it does get a bit
Gets a bit
samey.
tedious, yeah.
And I don't think I could do the sameness for
Yeah.
for the rest of the time.
You like variety, don't you?
Yeah. So I think well, that being said, maybe we just need to go to more parties where they've got a variety of different food. I've been to some where they've had like a pot of chili and a pot of rice, and it's just a bowl.
help yourself.
Yeah,
I like the sound of that.
that's good. But
That
then
is
there hasn't been the regular party food, so I don't know if that counts as
No.
a spread, as it were.
Are we sort of veering with that chili and rice into, is that a dinner party?
Quite possibly. Does dinner party count? Because if so,
I don't know, I've not been to one.
yeah, like a come dine with me sort of
Yeah.
affair. If that counted, that may swing me the other way.
What, if it was more dinner party?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I don't know what I'd have to go for after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm still gonna stick to my guns and say 10% party
10%
trick,
party trick,
just
okay.
because I can't commit to the
Yeah.
lack of variety on the
I
food
think-
side of things.
I think you've argued well. Would you sort of take it on a request basis? Like, would you wait to be asked? Would it be like, oh, Jack, do that thing? Or would you be, as soon as you arrive in any situation, hey, and
Here we go.
off you go?
Yeah, see, I think that could be the dangerous bit if
If you are a showman, I'd say so.
if I it's very kind of you. If I perform it well in front of somebody and they know it goes well, are they just going to assume that I can do that all the time?
I think they are, yeah. It builds pressure, doesn't it? And it'll get put on social media and stuff, and then you'll be that guy.
Oh, I don't know. And be that guy who can take his thumb off.
Yeah.
Very, very like the small percentage of the time.
Yeah. Or that guy who tried to take his thumb off.
I
and-
think I'd like to be in charge of it. So
Okay.
I just barrel in and be like, I know what this calls for.
Yeah, you feel like the atmosphere's a bit flat.
Yeah.
Here we go. Jack's got something up his sleeve.
He's gonna juggle. I can tell he's gonna juggle any minute now. So yeah, I think I'd like to pick it rather than
fair
than
enough.
be forced upon, because I'd hate to sort of be at that point in a party.
Yeah.
Listen, Jack's a really great juggler. Like, you've got to see this, and then
and then you just
and then I because then what if they sort of pile up? They've seen me do the amazing
Yeah.
thing once with the flaming knives and eels and swords and
eels.
Yeah, like,
That's not a
juggling
thing,
with
is
eels
it?
is a thing.
That's not a thing.
They've seen me do it once, and they're like, "You've got to see this." And
Yeah.
then I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, I've got these bean bags." And they're like, no, wait, no, do the proper trick, like fire to the bowling balls.
Yeah.
And, like or juggle with like boxes of drawing pins and
Yeah.
something dangerous. Other more dangerous things.
Box of drawing things.
And I'm just gonna have to be, at that point I think I'd
Yeah.
have to be like, actually, that could be quite bad if that goes that way. I might have talked myself out of this question.
Would you let people know that you have this failing, so to speak, that you're only 10% of the time going to be successful, or are you keeping that hidden?
Am I allowed to?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking, I suppose.
I don't think you would be able to. I
No.
think you just have to. If it goes so well one time, you just have to style it out,
Yeah.
because it might go well 10% of the time. The next time
Yeah,
you did
true.
it, you just got a 10% chance. That would be tricky, and it would be easier to have a buffet
Yes.
and just just sit quietly and let someone else perform the tricks.
Yeah, and I don't feel it would impact on life that much having party food all the time. Like, if you didn't share it in the staff room, they'd just be like, "Oh, Nathan likes party rings a lot." It wouldn't be. Whereas if they were like, "Hang on, why is Jack missing a finger all of a sudden?"
It's a very good point. I think I may have to concede this.
You conceding it?
This question.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Just out of ease of not having to perform on request. I think the idea of being lauded in front of people to juggle eels.
I really can't believe that's a thing.
It's definitely not. Sure.
I refuse to believe
electric eels.
Oh,
maybe
element of pep. Yeah, but they just slip out, wouldn't they?
That's what makes it so exciting.
See, now with you saying that, I almost want to yield back because I want to make you juggle an eel.
No, absolutely not. I'm gonna let this one slide. I've rambled on for too long, and that point is lost.
That point is mine. Right, so while I write it on, we'll hand back to our mystery guest to update the scores.
Hello, it's me again, the mystery guest. So much of a mystery, you didn't even see me coming back. Nathan won another point. I'm doing terribly. It's 26 points to him and only 20 to me. What a shame. Thank you very much to our mystery guest. So with that, I think we're going to hand over to our next mystery guest.
We are.
Who's going to tell us how they can get in touch. Now, spoiler alert, this mystery guest recorded these ways to get in touch, and we've added a new way. So I'm going to tell you about that little one first.
You should.
So you can go to Instagram, and you can find Duck Size Horses on Instagram just by searching Duck Size Horses, all one word, and you can find our feed on there.
Yes.
But our mystery guest is going to tell you all of the other ways right now.
Hello, my name is Sim. I've been listening to the Duck-Sized Horses podcast since it began, which some people would call a sentence. I call it loyalty. You can contact them on Twitter at DSH Podcast, on Facebook, Duck-Sized Horses, or email them ducksizedhorsespodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Mystery guest number 2. So yeah, if you want to get in touch with us, those are all the ways to do so.
Yes.
And by doing so, you can send us in some fun bits. What can they do, Nathan?
You can send in pictures of ducks, I suppose. You can send in questions as well.
We love finding out new questions.
We love your questions, and they get put in the spreadsheet of wonder. And Jack is very much in charge of overseeing that spreadsheet. So, and just make us aware of anything duck or horse related you think we should be made aware of. Please feel free to get in touch and let us know what you would do with any of these questions. Would you pick party food or a party trick? What is your party trick? Just get in touch with us. I know we say it a lot, but we really do love hearing from you.
We do indeed. And you can find out other ways as well of getting in touch by going into the show notes on each episode. And there's a little link where you can even send us a voice note. There's ways to vote on the question.
Yes.
And there's a little box as well, so you can send in your own questions to be added to. And if you do any of that,
yes,
you get rewarded.
You do get rewarded.
You get a signed rubber duck. And who's it signed by?
It's signed by me.
And me.
So there's an incentive for you.
Thanks again for listening. This has been episode 44. Eel juggling in party rings?
Absolutely.